So this is a big one. This topic is going to be about mistakes you can possibly avoid when you go to sell your home. The first thing I tell you, my opinion, my expertise, compare it, get some feedback from other people. But when you're ready to sell, we can definitely have a conversation about this. One, don't get emotional about the property. People will come in and they will tear your house to shreds. Their job is to make sure that they make it sound bad because they want to save money. So don't get emotionally attached to that, because that's nothing to do with nothing at all. Do you want to hire an agent or do you don't want to hire an agent? Now, there is so much data on this that basically says when you hire a real estate broker, you obviously get more money for your home. When you sell it on your own, you're not going to pay the commission, but you're not going to get top. You're most likely not going to get top dollar. When you hire us, when you hire Penn Realty, we are part of Rebney. We are part of the Brooklyn MLS. So right there, you get all of Brooklyn and the entire New York City. That opens up your property to every real estate broker in New York City and beyond. You're going to be getting clients from all over looking at your property consistently. So I think it's a no-brainer. You may pay a commission fee, but in comparison, you should get more for your home. But you should set your house at a realistic price, right? So if you're in a neighborhood where the comparables are at $950,000, $850,000, and you list your house for $1.5 million, you're fishing and you're going to be wasting a lot of time. And then what you're actually going to do is you're going to devalue your home even more, because no one's going to come look at it. It's going to sit on the market for a longer time and it's going to waste time. And people are going to say, why didn't it sell? It overpriced. And they're going to come in with some seriously low offers, which you're going to get emotional about, and it's going to upset you. Don't fall into that trap. Right? Listen to your broker, and if it makes sense for you, set the price at a good number so that way you don't waste time. Selling during the winter months, I found it's very difficult, only because if you're selling a 3-family home, usually a family's buying, and that means uprooting your kids and changing schools, or possibly not changing schools and commuting. I mean, nowadays it's a little bit easier with that, but realistically speaking, they always say the spring and the summer are best, but I've done plenty of business in the fall and winter too. I celebrate Christmas, so around Christmas time and January, February, it's always a little quieter, only because people have spent money for the holidays, recovering from the holidays, and then we get back into the swing. So be careful of that. When you're marketing your home, so we use Main Street for our social media, and we are consistently on Facebook and all the social media platforms. And you should not be taking photos with an iPhone. I think the iPhone is amazing. I think it takes phenomenal pictures. I think it's an unbelievable phone and device. But for a few $100s, you get video, you get state-of-the-art photography and floor plan. Every home should have that. It should be a no-brainer when you're listing your home. Make sure your insurance policy is paid in full. God forbid there is something that happens, keep your insurance. Do not hide any major problems. Take care of the major problems and make sure that everything is, when you're ready to sell with us, you are ready to go. And be prepared to sell. It's a very emotional time that you will be emotional about, right? You're going to be selling for most people, the most expensive asset you own. So just be aware of that and be ready for that. So keep that in mind. Buyers want to be accommodated. So if they got to see it at a certain time, we will work around your schedule, but try to be flexible with that. If your house is vacant, my suggestion is definitely to stage it. We have plenty of professionals who can do that for you. Some people will ask you for owner financing. If that's something you want to consider, we can go over that, and your attorney will help you, your accountant will help you, but definitely we can talk about that too. We can recommend you to people who know more about that stuff. Finally, if someone offers you cash, it's definitely something to consider if the contingencies are good. So if it's cash as is and there's no representations, that's a big deal, right? Because that means it's literally as is, right? You're not saying it's a 3-family, 4-family, 2-family, 1-family. They're going to take it as is. They're going to wipe out a certain clause in the contract. Your attorney will help you with that. And you should be able to close sooner. I recommend buyer and sellers, clean title. That way you don't have no problems with the city. So we can definitely consider that conversation and have that conversation later when you're ready to sell. We're here for you always if you need us. 347-736-8953. P. Mancini at Penn, Realty.net and PennRealty.net. Take care.